And it's the Coach and AD right here from the Sound Garden on the premise or on the campus of, I mean, this is a campus, of Coach's Corner right on Victory Drive in Thunderbolt, and it's all part of the Coach Sport Network. And this is the favorite part of my show.
Yep.
Even though Shark was good.
Shark was
and
great,
of course,
man.
we went longer than we should have.
As always.
But it's okay. But this is the Weatherington Chiropractic Clinic Athlete of the Week. Dr. Bart Weatherington has been sponsoring this since day one, and I started on the radio in 2010. Got to thank the man. But this kid is only a junior. He's getting major looks, okay? Let me get the schools here. Arkansas, Florida Atlantic, LSU. We want that boy home, All right, Auburn, Florida State, Michigan, Cincinnati, Georgia, Tennessee, East Carolina, Kentucky. It seems like where all the 912 kids are going is West Virginia. I mean, last year he threw for over 1,400 yards. I mean, he's going to come into his own. He works hard, and as Coach Danny Britt said, he hasn't met a harder working kid, and he's got a gun for an arm. So joining us now on the Coach's Corners internet stream, the cadet, the quarterback, the signal quarter for the BC Cadets, Holden Geriner. Holden, thanks for coming on.
Yes, sir. Thank you for having me.
Hey, it's a pleasure, buddy. And I mean, I'm so impressed with what you're doing. I mean, you had to sit behind your brother, how was that like, sitting behind your brother when he was the senior and you were the freshman and he was the quarterback?
I mean, it was good. Definitely good to learn from him. I'd rather learn from him than anybody else, honestly, just knowing he's my brother. So, I mean, it was a good experience.
So, and I mean, you've been unbelievable over there, and I know football. I've heard you since you were 7th grade. So tell us, when did you pick up the pigskin? When did you start playing football?
I mean, I've been playing all kind of sports since I was born, really. Since I'm the youngest of 3 boys, I've just grown up playing every sport you can imagine, really.
And what do you like so much about football that makes you gravitate to it, makes you want to do your workouts? What's so great about football?
Just I enjoy the pressure of it, just all the fans. I mean, I really can't imagine my life without it. It's a great experience.
Well, Holden, talk about the pressure of it, and obviously being a quarterback, you're the guy, you're the leader on the team, you're the general in charge, and so and Coach Britt talked about your work ethic. I got to talk to him this week as well, and one, it's so impressive. Yes, you have the physical tools, and a lot of people have the physical tools. We talk about this every week with student athletes that come on, but how they use those tools and the drive that gets from that point. So walk us through the quarterback phase of Holden Geriner right now. You're talking us through like your workouts over COVID, and I know you're you working with Dean Thompson down in Jacksonville at right? Is that the guy?
Yes, sir. That's right.
So just walk us through your workouts and then your time because you got 2 great quarterback guys. You got Deanie down there in Jacksonville, and you got a great QB coach at BC as well. Yes,
sir. So I've been just working out every day. During COVID, I was actually going to the Y just because, I mean, that was the gym that was open, so I've been going there. And now we got workouts Monday, Wednesday, Friday, so I'm doing that, and then working out Tuesday, Thursday, and I'm going out to Jacksonville at least once a week to work out with Denny. So just working every day pretty much.
All right, I'm going to get a little off the pigskin here, the football questions, okay? You said you played a lot of sports. So if you had any other sport that you could play besides football, what would it be and why?
I mean, I grew up playing baseball and basketball, so I love the energy that's in basketball, but obviously as a quarterback, I like pitching also. So I would either pick baseball or basketball.
Well, talking about that, the quarterback aspect of it, I'm going to go back to that and your work with Coach Thompson, your work with BC. Talk about advice for young quarterbacks as they're trying to develop. And I want you to talk about the process of what that's looked like. We'll get into recruiting in a moment, but just your development as a quarterback. Hey, when did you start playing quarterback? Was that in middle school? And just talk about what the process is like to go and be a great quarterback. We know you got to have physical tools as well, but there's a mental side of the game that's just as important as the physical side.
Yeah, definitely. So basically I started playing quarterback. I was in middle school, and I mean, you just got to trust yourself and just trust the process for sure. You just got to just work hard and just do everything you can, just be the best you can. So my advice to them is just believe in yourself. I mean, it's gonna take a long time. It's a lot of hard work and dedication, but if you want to play at the next level and take it as far as you can, you got to work really hard. So.
All right, and we're talking about quarterbacks. You're talking to these younger kids. AJ DePhillips is your quarterback coach, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, here's my question. And I know I didn't put it on the list I sent you, and I said we might get to all these questions or not, but AJ DePhillips, former Benedictine cadet, former Savannah State Tiger quarterback. Tell us about how AJ DePhillips is over there at Benedictine? What has he taught you?
Yes, sir. He's a great guy. I mean, especially because we're kind of in the same shoes. I mean, he played at BC and then went and played at college, so he's a great mentor. He just teaches me all kind of things, along the road. So he's a great guy. I really like to have him.
So, Holden, I'm going to go back to the recruiting aspect as well. And we talked about the process. You started to, play quarterback in middle school and through. There's also a big recruiting process to this. Let people know. I mean, you've been to Next Gen, you've been to some other things, but talk about the recruiting process and like where you've been, the camps you've been to, what's that look like, and how at what point did your recruiting process take? I've heard stories about the Florida State camp. And so I really want to get the truth today from you about, hey, did you really hit the crossbar 3 or 4 times? Is that how it came about? So, but walk us through the recruiting process as a quarterback and the camps and things you've been through and how that's helped you propel your career right now.
Yes, sir. So I started out, going to just like the Next Gen and just some of the just base camps, and then worked my way up to going to just as many college camps as I could. And then last summer I went to the Florida State camp, like you said, and I had a great camp up down there. So, and then after the camp, I was actually throwing with my buddies, and I was just throwing from like the 20-yard line and threw it and hit the crossbar. And Coach Taggart walked up and was like, "Hey, hit that again." So I was like, "All right." And I threw it and hit it again. He was like, "Congratulations, you earned a scholarship." So it was awesome.
I'd heard the story, but I said, one day we're going to have this kid on, and I'm going to ask him if that's so. Hey, man, that's awesome. But talk about the recruiting process through COVID. A lot of schools, you've seen schools really take off in the recruit process of COVID, but talk about, your recruiting process through COVID. What's that been like for coaches? Because your offers have poured in during this time. You can't be on campus. They can't come see you. So what's that been like?
Yes, sir. I mean, I was planning on going, being out of town more than I'm home, just visiting as many colleges as I possibly can. So it's definitely been different, but, just working hard, it's actually allowed me to put on a lot of muscle and then go down to Jacksonville a bunch. And just from a physical standpoint, I've grown a lot. So that's helped me. But the downfall is I haven't been able to, go and visit a bunch of colleges and see all the campuses and everything, go to a bunch of camps. So.
Did they send you any virtual recordings, what the campus looks like? Do they have players talking to you through, Zoom or anything like that? Is that part of the process too?
I've done a few Zoom calls with a few coaches, and then obviously some FaceTimes. So, yes, sir.
All right, let's go. Another question. If tell us something that most people don't know about Holden Geriner.
Something most people don't know about me. I'm the youngest of 3 boys. I actually love to hunt and fish. I love to be outdoors. Most people know that, but I actually really love being in the woods and being out in deep sea fishing. So that's something a lot of people don't know about me. And another thing is I'm very religious and very close to God. So,
you're a Southern boy. That's it. God, fishing, family, and football.
Yes, that's right.
Hey, Holden, just real quick, we're talking about the recruiting process in the schools, and I'm not going to put you on the spot and ask about, where that is, because that'll all get there. But you've kind of talked about, young quarterbacks and what they've gone through and, your development on that. But you also brought up, baseball. So I know you can throw a football really hard. Have you been clocked at what you throw a baseball at?
I have not. I was actually told in middle school that I could probably pursue baseball also, but football was just in my blood, so I had to stay with football. But I have not been clocked with baseball. I'd like to try it though.
So, hey, you're listening to the Coach and AD on the Karl DeMasi Sports Report right here from the Sound Garden on the campus of Coach's Corner. This is presented on the Coach's Corner Sports Network. Okay, so behind every great athlete, great student athlete is his family, his parents. Tell us how much your parents or your family has meant to your success so far. You still got another 2 years to go. I can't wait to see what happens, but tell us about your family.
Yes, sir. I definitely could not do any of this without them. Just the support that they've given me and the ability, they're so unselfish, just taking me down to Jacksonville and taking me out of the camps and everything. So they're just always pushing me to be the best that I can be and the best player and person that I can be. So I definitely cannot do this without them, and I'm just very, very thankful for them.
What's it like having 2 older brothers as well? I'm sure that's had a big part of your development. One, the younger kid is trying to make up trying to hang out with older brothers, trying to push there. What's it been like for those two older brothers to help you in your development, not only as a student athlete, but as a person? Because you got to watch them, good or bad, and you say, hey, these are the things I know I can do, and these are things I can't. So how's that been with having two older brothers, that you can look up to and have as mentors?
Yes, sir. I mean, it's definitely great having both of them, especially Carter playing quarterback. So been able to learn from him and throw with him a bunch and everything. And then it's helped me develop as a man, and also physically getting more tough and everything. So I like having two brothers for sure.
All right. The three of you get together. Okay. And you play in a game. Who usually wins?
Usually the older brothers. They used to team up on me, but now I've gotten a little bigger, so I don't know now.
All right, Benedictine cadet. You've been there 2 years. What's it like being a cadet, and what experiences outside of athletics have you enjoyed over there at Benedictine?
Oh, yes, sir. It's great. I mean, just the tradition and the fans and the alumni, everything is great about it. I mean, great academics, obviously great athletics. Just the brotherhood there. I mean, it's unmatched. So it's awesome. Just being there, walking through the halls. It's awesome.
Well, that's the thing, man. Hey, we appreciate you. We know you got to get down to Jacksonville. Be careful driving down there. Have a great session today. And I always look at – I love your social media. You do a great job on that. I love Denny's social media as well. Where he does one of those takes with you as well, where the 60-second takes. And
yes, sir.
Hey, great job. Hey, we're so proud of you. We know you got great things going on, and just keep up the hard work, man.
Yes,
All
sir.
right.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Is it cadets or cadets?
It's cadets. But
There
you
you
can say
All right, Holden, be safe down there, going down to Jacksonville. And once again, we're going to follow you closely. I mean, how's the driving going? I was his driving instructor.
it's great. I mean, I love driving.
I think I might have taught you something, but I'll take a little credit. But anyway, be safe. Go get him, and wherever you choose, make sure it fits Holden, okay? Not what other people want you to do. Make sure it fits you, buddy.
Yes, sir.
All right, we'll talk to you. Be safe.
All right. Yes, sir. Thank you for having me.
Man.
Thanks for doing it.
All right. Bye.
I mean, he's going to be a special kid. I mean, you got the other Carter over there with the baseball. You got Holden with football. I mean, it's just watching these kids grow. I mean, even Trent Broadneck's watching these kids grow and going to Duke. I mean, I'd like to see where Carter's going, but this kid's going to go big time. Hey, when you get a Sports Illustrated story and you're not even a junior, you're a rising junior. Kid's got to be pretty special.
Well, I think what I love so much about Holden and things I've been told, and even talking to him today, is it's just how humble he is.
Oh, yeah.
You talk about the process. I was trying to get him to expand on the process. Like, listen, Next Gen is one. If people that don't know, all right, so Next Gen is one of the top quarterback camps in the country. All right, and he's done that. All the invites there, and so that's what I was trying to get him to do. But he's so humble about it. Like, hey, tell us about these camps and this camp and there. And he's just. I just work hard, and really that's what it's about. But he's a very humble kid, and will do great things. But there's a process to this, guys. You go to these camps, there's 200, 300 quarterbacks there from all across the country, and so you really got to show out to be on the level he's at. And he's obviously worked hard and done that. And I know working with Dean Thompson down in Jacksonville, great quarterback guy as well, than having A.J. DePhillips over there at BC. So he's getting a lot of great tutoring. I
mean, the quarterback position in Savannah is pretty impressive lately, and he's one of the top quarterbacks in the area. And, I got to wish him the best of luck. But it's exciting following these kids do this. And, kids going to West Virginia, kids going to Georgia. I mean, Austin Blasky out of South Effingham going up there. I mean, it's just a lot of fun doing this. And I don't care what school you go to. You're from the Savannah area. You got to love it.
Well, we're going to talk to the next guy as well, and we're going to talk about his quarterback, his rising junior quarterback as well, who's making a name for himself last year. And so, Coach Collis, man, we'll get to you here in a minute. All
right. Got to thank Holden. Safe trip down to Jacksonville to do a little bit of quarterback training. And up next, he just said it, he's the head football coach, 1 year under his belt over at Savannah Country Day, but he's had a lot of years under his belt with being a head football coach. He's got thrown into the ring. He's wearing the same hat as this guy. He's the new athletic director, and that's, of course, from Savannah Country Day, the head football coach, athletic director, Jim Collis. You're listening to the Coach AD on the Karl DeMasi Sports Report, heard every Saturday morning on the internet now from the Soundgarden on the Coach's Corner Sports Network. We'll be right back after this.
Is all sports all the time. That's Coach's Corner in Thunderbolt. Coach's Corner has been voted the best in Savannah for 20 years running. and it's no wonder why. Sports, live music, delicious and abundant pub food. No matter what the season, there's always a reason to check out Coach's Corner. Coach's Corner has been Savannah strong during the COVID-19 pandemic. They're now open for dine-in, lunch, and dinner, but remember, Coach's Corner still has curbside and takeout service. John Harrison and Coach's Corner crew has still been smoking delicious meats like Boston butts, ribs, and chickens on the grill. You can place your order by calling Coach's Corner at 912-352-2933. That's 912-352-2933. And don't forget, Saturday night in the Sound Garden, it's Matchbox 20 2.0. Tickets are priced between $20 and $45. Seeing is still at the first 100. You can go to eventbrite.com to get your tickets. Make it a night to remember at Coach's.
At Calvary Day School, we want our students to be fully equipped and on the cutting edge of academics, making a difference in our world. Your child will grow academically, physically, socially, and spiritually. At Calvary, it is so good to say we are one school with one mission and one vision: faith, academics, excellence, and building champions through Christ. Calvary Day School would consider it a privilege to meet with your family personally. Call Philip Lee, Director of Admissions, at 351-2299. That's 351-2299.
Over a half century when it comes to uniforms, sporting goods, and trophies, Thompson's got you covered. From cleats to caps and the best prices on the biggest brands, Under Armour, Adidas, and more. From baseball to soccer, volleyball to softball, and yes, football too. Every season starts at Thompson Sports Shop. So come get equipped at Thompson Sports Shop. They are now located at 42 West Montgomery Crossroads, Suite C in Savannah, are open Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. each day. So come visit locally owned Thompson Sporting Goods and Trophies, where everyone is a winner.
Yo, you still want some real New York deli and Italian food? Bada bing, bada boom. Rocky's New York Deli and Italian Catering is open at 7630 Skidaway Road in Savannah, Georgia during this social distancing problem. Rocky's New York Deli and Italian Catering will take calls for pickup at 912-354-2914. That's 912-354-2914 on the phone. Kabish. If you want Rocky's New York Deli and Italian Catering goods delivered, go to savtakeout.com, savtakeout.com to place the order. Remember, Rocky's New York Deli and Italian Catering, we ain't New York style, we are
Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic. Your back hurts, another body part hurts all the time, it makes you mad, the pain drives you crazy, you just want to pick something up and throw it across the room? If you can. At the Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic, you get complete chiropractic care and pain relief to help you move better, have a less painful life, and of course, achieve a healthier lifestyle. The Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic is now located at 2 locations in Savannah, Georgia, at 329 Eisenhower Drive and in Pooler at 114 Canal Street, Suite 603. So visit Dr. Bart Wetherington at the Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic for all your chiropractic needs.
And welcome back to the Coach and AD, right here live on the Coach's Corner Sports Network, all part of the Coach's Corner Sports Network. Remember, we got 4 shows. We got on Wednesday nights, Rubbin' and Grubbin', NASCAR show, Dan Foles, Brandon Brains, Lawrence Bennett. Then we got, of course, us, the Coach and AD, Wednesday night update, and then Saturday night live, going back to my youth. Saturday morning live. And then we got the Hot Grids podcast with Spencer Maddox and Travis Jadon. And then, of course, the 19th hole. And we got something really big going on, which we're going to talk at the end of the show. Who's the best bowling team on the Coach's Corner Sports Network? But anyway, favorite part of the show, the Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic Athlete of the Week. This kid's on fire. He averaged 22 points last week or the week before, helping the Raiders with a 3-1 record. He made 23 3-pointers and only had 6 turnovers over that period. Then he comes to me and he shoots 6 more 3-pointers, okay? But anyway, he's been playing basketball for about 5 years, only 5 years, because he's a baseball player. But he's helping his team. His coach had to say it's a blessing, Coach Robert Walsh from Savannah Christian. It's a blessing to coach a player like Cooper. Cooper's a natural leader on the floor. He changes the expectations of the team. He's a true example of a student athlete, works at getting better no matter what he's playing, and he works off the court too. And he's already committed to play baseball at the University of Mount Olive in your neck of the woods in North Carolina. Joining us now on the Coach's Corner, hot seat, the man himself, this week's Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic Athlete of the Week, senior basketball player, baseball player, athlete from Savannah Christian, Cooper George. Cooper, thanks for coming on.
Hey, thanks for having me.
I mean, big night last night also, buddy.
Yes, sir. It was a great win.
So,
you're talking about someone that's hot, man. There's not a player out there higher than you right now. I mean, let me tell you. I mean, it's been last Friday watching you was unbelievable, and then you keep it going through the week, and then you get Country Day again last night. And I don't know what it is, man. I mean, you were like that last year. I mean, I think you've come in the gym, and your range is whenever you cross half court, and it's like you're unguardable right now. What is it like when you're a basketball player? I mean, I know you're a darn good baseball player as well, and there's that time when you're in the zone as a baseball player. But what's it like as a basketball player? Do you just feel like, when it leaves your hand, it's going in? Are you just feeling that way right now?
Yes, sir. It's all confidence. My coaches, they love to put it in my head. They're just like, keep shooting. We trust you. Our team trusts you. The fans trust you. He said, just do it. You need to.
Well, you're on fire, like Coach Griffin says. And, if I had to talk to Coach Walsh, besides your prowess at shooting three-pointers, what would he tell me is your best skill besides three-pointers?
He would probably say getting teammates open. I try to, help them out as much as I help myself. Like Parker, Charles, Thomas, and Nico, those are my best friends, and I love to see them succeed just as much as I love seeing myself succeed.
Coach?
Well, and I saw that the other week. When we would come running at you, knowing it as soon as it hit your hands, we felt like it was going up. But then, so you got two people flying to you, and you just you dish it off someone else on the wing, and they hit a big shot. And so, one of the way you're playing right now, you're going to draw so much attention, and then you're able to recognize. I agree with Coach Walsh totally. You're able to recognize that situation and dish it to others, and they're making big shots. So it seems like all of you guys right now are just playing with a tremendous amount of chemistry and just feeling each other and understanding what everybody's role is and what they're doing and how they're doing it. But you guys are as hot as anybody right now shooting the ball and playing. So it's super fun to watch. So for me, my next question to you is, from a 5 years of playing basketball, so why only 5 years? When did it start for you?
I started playing competitively at 13. I tried out for a local middle school, H.E. McCracken in Bluffton, South Carolina. And they just asked me, they were like, do you want to come play basketball for us? I was like, I can try it. Never really done it for real. I just tried it. I made it, and I just loved it because of how fun it is. It's fast paced. You play against great athletes. You make great friends in the locker room. You just have to come together, and it helps you be a man off the court is why I like it the most.
Your other love is baseball. I mean, you signed to go play at Mount Olive College. But my question to you is, we've been talking to all these old guys that have been talking about Hank Aaron. From a young guy, still in his teens, Hank Aaron, what when that name comes up to you, what do you think about Hank Aaron?
Legend. Big legend. He's home run leader, in my opinion. I think he's a home run leader. He's a great icon for the state of Alabama and Georgia. He's a great player, and you just see how the people that I watch, see how they talk about him, how he was a great person. He was a great player. Mike Trout tweeted the other day, he said we lost the icon of baseball, and he's not wrong, in my opinion.
Cooper, as we've gone through now, we think about we're almost just a month and a half maybe away from when the pandemic really hit, almost a year. And so we look at how that has changed. And for you, being a junior last year and having pretty much your junior spring taken away, you guys were set to have no really good run in baseball and having that taken away. And then here we're able to play. We've been fighting through the pandemic. We've been playing sports. And how we're getting into towards the last 3 weeks of basketball regular season and then getting ready to go into baseball. What are you most looking forward to as, it seems like everybody, especially when we talk to seniors, has just embraced every single minute of every practice, every game, every moment, because you guys got to see seniors last year that just, they waited their whole career to be seniors and it vanished. And so how important has it been for you guys as juniors coming through as seniors now to just relish every moment of what you're doing as your high school career?
I remember last year we were on a trip to ECI in a baseball game, and Coach Oglesby at Savannah Christian, he said, treat it like it's your last because you never know when this is going to get taken away from you. And we kind of thought of it. We were like, I don't know, like it kind of seems pretty harsh. And then right after that game hit, spring break was canceled. We were on Zoom, and it just happened so fast. And now Coach Walsh was telling us, he was like, treat it like it's your last. And now all the seniors are taking advantage. We're practicing hard. We're staying after. We're playing every game like we'll never play another one. And then baseball, they're working hard out there, and they know it could possibly happen too. So we are just treating it like we could never do it again because it's possible we couldn't.
And you're watching the Coach and AD right here on the Karl DeMasi Sports Report, all part of the Coach's Corner Sports Network, and it's always presented by Coach's Corner, the Center of Sports Universe here in Savannah, Georgia. I got to go. I'm going to put you on the spot here now. Okay, you got a baseball scholarship, and you're loving basketball. Which one's your favorite there, buddy?
I got to say baseball. I love basketball, but baseball has been my true love since I was a little kid.
So is draining a three as a great feeling as hitting a home run, or is the home run a little more thrilling?
I think draining a three is more fun. You can't go wrong with that.
Yeah, but remember another great iconic baseball player, Ted Williams, who, of course, I'm showing my age. I got to watch play baseball. Okay. He said hitting a baseball is the hardest thing in the world. Do you agree with that, or is it harder to hit a three-pointer?
It is harder to hit a baseball, 100%.
It's all yours, Chad.
Hey, so one, I've asked all the kids this, all the student athletes this, one from a recruiting standpoint, how difficult was recruiting going through last year and coming into this year? How much did COVID affect that? And listen, I'm from North Carolina. I went to UNC Pembroke in North Carolina. I played soccer there, so I know all about Mount Olive, where that's at. So tell me about how did Cooper George, from down here in the low country of Georgia and South Carolina, find Mount Olive, North Carolina, and find a home from a baseball perspective?
So whenever I was 14 years old, I played with a group of guys who were they were really good players. And one of the kids' dad was a roommate with a coach, or he played for a coach. And so this year during the pandemic, he called me and said, hey, have you ever thought of Mount Olive? I was like, I'm not sure. He's like, do you want to go D2? I was like, I'm open for anything. And so I went up there for a camp, and I got there, and the coaches were all about winning. I saw the national championship banners. I saw the kids who got drafted, and they sat there and told me, they were like, if you come here, we're going to win a national championship. And I'm like, and that's all I need to hear. That's my goal. I want to win a national championship with a college program. And he was a hitting guy. Like, he's all about hitting. He said, we can make great work here. And I was like, can't go wrong, right?
No, you can't. Mount Olive is one of the best Division II programs in the United States. So, even though it's up in North Carolina. Oh, sorry, Chad. But anyway, we're talking about baseball. We're talking about basketball. So your family. Up until about 5 years ago, it was baseball. Now it's basketball. Tell us how your family involvement, mom, dad, whoever, has been part of your success, whether it's on the hardwood or out there on the field.
My parents are my everything. My dad is my go-to. He's my role model. I look up to him. Any decision I make, he's who I go to first. And my mom is my best friend. We talk every day, every night about my future, and she says, do what's best for you. And they come to every game. They leave with me every game. They call me after every game, even though they're there. They ask me, how do you think you did? What do you think you could do better? So it's just having people like that help me a lot, because I know who I can go to and who I can talk to whenever something goes wrong or something goes right.
Nice.
Well, Cooper, also, you've been at a school where you've had tremendous support from coaches. I know Coach Walsh and Coach Oglesby, and they're just tremendous human beings. Talk about what it's meant to what Savannah Christian has meant to you in your development, not only as a student athlete, but just as a person in general, and what those coaches have meant to you.
Oh, they build great character in people. We do devotions. I didn't know what to expect going into that school because I've been to a public school my whole life, but I would say it's changed me a lot. I'm a lot smarter than I was, I will say. They put a good mark on you, I will say. Coach Walsh is a great guy. He's always asking me how I'm doing. He's making sure I'm doing the right thing. He's checking grades. That was the best decision I've ever made in my life, I will say.
All right, well, this is the last question from the coach. Then we got one more from the AD. I mean, you got a lot of younger kids looking up to you. You've looked up to older kids. If a younger kid at Savannah Christian came up to you and said, Cooper, what do I need to get a Division II or a scholarship, not whether it's Division II, 1 or 3, and I want to do what you're doing, what advice would you give that young Raider?
I would say make sure that you limit yourself to distractions. Distractions are the worst that could possibly happen to you. And say make sure that you work as hard as you can, because if you don't work one day, a kid that wants that spot is working harder than you. Make sure that you get a buddy to go work out with you, even if you guys don't have the same goals. Like, just influence other kids as well. But hard work is the most important thing.
Last one, Coach. Sorry, AD.
Cooper, that might have been one of the best answers we've had, man. That's just a great mindset and great answer. So talk about Mount Olive real quick. Talk about, just what is it? What do you think your role is going to be up there? Position wise, hitting wise, what does that look like for you as you get ready to go to the next step and go to Mount Olive?
I'm going to go right in there, and I'm going to try to be a leader from day one. I'm going to make great relationships with the teammates, because I don't know anybody yet, because I don't think there's any freshmen coming in with me. It's all JUCOs and then kids returning from last year. But I'm going to make great relationships, and I'm going to try to be a leader from day one, and whatever that takes me is where I'm going to go. I'll probably be in the outfield somewhere, either left or right. I'm going to make an immediate impact if I get the chance. If I get a chance to go play early, I'm not going to let it slip away.
Well, Cooper, thanks for coming on. And once again, unbelievable shooter. And I mean that from a coach's standpoint. I'm a little older than Coach Walsh. I've been doing this a longer time. Keep it up. I could tell when a kid's in a zone. You're in a zone. And you know what? If you miss, just try again. I know you got that same philosophy. Keep the great work. Good job with the Raiders. And once again, look forward to you getting deep in that playoff run. Thank
you, guys. I appreciate it.
Congratulations, Chad, man. Proud of you. You're just a great role model, Cooper. Keep it up, man.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
And that's our Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic Athlete of the Week, Cooper George. Humble kid, 2 years at Savannah Christian, has made a name for himself on the basketball court, on the baseball diamond, scholarship to Mount Olive, which is one of the best Division II baseball programs in the country. So once again, you got to watch this kid play basketball because it's sweet. It's really sweet. And whenever Savannah Christian is playing, you can go to Boxcast and watch it, Chad. And I enjoyed watching that game last night. So once again, just a great team effort last night. Team win, and he was a big part of it.
Yeah, you tell. What a mature young man. Really is. He has. You can just listen to him. The mindset. You can tell his parents have just been great role models for him. He talked about that as well, and he's got everything put together. And what a great young man. And I'm excited for him. I hope he gets a little bit cold next Friday night in Tibbet Gym. But I'm telling you, last year in Tibbet Gym, he dropped 7, and he dropped 6 in the first half. I was like, oh my gosh, here we go again. And so he's just feeling it right now. He shoots the ball extremely well. He's anybody that shoots with confidence, and that's exactly what he said. You guys play with confidence in everything you do, and he does that, and it feeds off his teammates, and they're hot right now, man. That's 2 big wins, a win over Calvary and a big win over Country Day last night is huge.
All right, well, we got to go to the next step. This man's been waiting patiently in our back room. Okay, we're not at Coach's Corner, so he's not in the back office there, but he's waiting patiently. He's the, I guess, guru of Georgia high school basketball. He's been doing this for 5 years, and it's a great source if you want to find information about who's going where, who's ranked, what the standings are. He's got it all there, and that's called Sandy Spiels, but it's really Kyle Sandy, and he does a great job with it. He's going to join us next on the Coach's Corner Hot Seat. Anything you got to say? Where are we coming from?
Center Sports Universe, live at Coach's Corner.
All part of the Coach's Corner Sports Network. We'll be right back in 3 minutes, Kyle. We got to thank our sponsors.
It's all sports, all the time. That's Coach's Corner and Thunderbolt. Coach's Corner has been voted the best in Savannah for 20 years running, and it's no wonder why. Sports, live music, delicious and generous portions of pub food, all for our fans. No matter what the season, there's always a reason to check out Coach's Corner. It's always game time at Coach's Corner. Pick your favorite sport, pick your favorite team, and pick a TV, and Coach's Corner is your place. Coach's Corner is always open for lunch, dinner, and now breakfast, Monday through Friday from 6 a.m. to 10:30. But remember, Coach's Corner still has takeout service. John Harrison and Coach's Corner crew has smoked Boston butts, ribs, and chicken on the grill. You can place your order by calling Coach's Corner at 912-352-2933. That's 912-352-2933. As always, make it a night to remember at Coach's Corner.
At Calvary Day School, we want our students to be fully equipped and on the cutting edge of academics, making a difference in our world. Your child will grow academically, physically, socially, and spiritually. At Calvary, it is so good to say we are one school with one mission and one vision: faith, academics, excellence, and building champions through Christ. Calvary Day School would consider it a privilege to meet with your family personally. Call Philip Lee, Director of Admissions, at 351-2299. That's 351-2299. Some real New York deli and Italian food. Bada bing, bada boom. Rocky's New York Deli and Italian Catering is open at 7630 Skidaway Road in Savannah, Georgia during this social distancing problem. Rocky's New York Deli and Italian Catering will take calls for pickup at 912-354-2914. That's 912-354-2914 on the phone. Kabish. If you want Rocky's New York Deli and Italian Catering goods delivered, go to savtakeout.com, savtakeout.com to place the order. Remember, Rocky's New York Deli and Italian Catering, we ain't New York style, we are
Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic. Your back hurts, another body part hurts all the time, it makes you mad, the pain drives you crazy, you just want to pick something up and throw it across the room? If you can, at the Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic, you get complete chiropractic care and pain relief to help you move better, have a less painful life, and of course, achieve a healthier lifestyle. The Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic is now located at 2 locations in Savannah, Georgia, at 329 Eisenhower Drive and in Pooler at 114 Canal Street, Suite 603. So visit Dr. Bart Wetherington at the Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic for all your chiropractic needs.
And good morning, sports fans, and welcome to the Karl DeMasi Sports Report right here on the Coach's Corner Sports Network, live at the Coaches for Curing Cancer 5K, 10K run here at How to Run Specialty Store at the intersection of 95 and 204. And it's a great cause, raising money to help the cure, which helps kids and childhood cancer, and the Chris Coakley Foundation, which is raising money for cancer for a good cause. And sitting right next to me today is my friend, former opponent basketball player, but I'm telling you right now, he's done a great job. He's made Savannah proud. Savannah High graduate, UAB graduate, University of Alabama, Birmingham, and now toying with a little NBA and the NBA African Basketball League, Chris Coakley from the Chris Coakley Foundation. Chris, great having you on.
I'm always good to be here, man.
Yeah, I mean, this is a great cause that we're doing here for childhood cancer and cancer in general. But once again, appreciate you that you joining the team and being out here at this great occasion.
Hey, I'm always good for a great cause, especially, with my mother dying of cancer. I thought, I want to be head in 100% with a cause like this.
Well, this is the second year. Well, the second race in a row. We did the first one back in October.
Yeah.
We had about 48, 50 people, but over 116 people here today.
Yeah, progression is key. I hope, the next race or whatever event that we do for this cause, I hope we have 200 plus people. When I pulled up, I was excited to see. I already knew the amount of cars that were out here. It had to be double what we had last time, so that was exciting to see.
I mean, it's unbelievable, and I got to thank the major sponsor, Wiley's Barbecue, and of course Nate Schaefer with S Squared Sports HC, right?
Yep.
I got it right?
Yep, you got it
there
right.
You go, Nate.
He'll
Just
be happy to hear that.
And don't forget Coach's Corner, How to Run Store. We got the pool. I got to remember the pool's place. Hold on, let me get my notes here. I got to get my notes. All right, so we had Wiley's Barbecue. Of course, Coach's Corner, How to Run Specialty 2 Store, Pride Pools and Spa. How can I forget that? Pride Pools and Spa has been around here for a long time. Rocky's, New York Italian Deli, Bill Fasiccio, and of course the Chris Coakley Foundation. And if you missed the T-shirts, this year a little mint green. There's the logo of all the sponsors. And of course, don't forget, it's free when you get involved in the races, and everybody got a medal. You like bling or you like T-shirts?
I think I'll go with the bling.
and
it sticks a little harder.
I didn't know that. I learned that I got the T-shirts, and then Mark Cameron, the manager of How to Run Specialty Store, got to thank, of course, Pam Howe and Philip Howe for letting me do this. But he said they want medals. They don't want T-shirts anymore.
Yeah. Medals are the other thing now.
So, all right, let's talk about you, okay? So, raising money here, we for cancer, adult cancer, childhood cancer. But you had a nice little month over there in Africa.
Yeah, definitely. Just like we were talking earlier, I was pretty much in the bubble, so we were in the hotel the entire time. But the view, and when I went out, we would have to cross the street, not necessarily the street, but it's an opening, and
right.
You get to see the view. So, I mean, the view is nice. To me, it kind of like we were in Hollywood, because they got houses on the hills and stuff like that.
Nice.
Yeah, so the view is nice. I wish that we were able to view the city, go out and travel a little bit, but
stuck in a bubble.
Yeah, but overall the experience of actually being in Africa was dope.
So, COVID-19, we know about it here in the United States. It's starting to dwindle. People are getting vaccinated. What's going over on the other side of the ocean, over there on the African continent? Are they same precautions, same worries? More cases, less cases?
I would say less cases. I didn't really hear much about, outbreak or anything like that
right.
going over there. They just keep everything just precautious. Tests every day. Like I got tested every day.
Right.
So that's 30-something days, 30-something tests. But I would say they're just being more safe, just making sure that they don't have an outbreak.
Well, I mean, you got to be safe about it. You went over there for a month. You played in the NBA Development League for a little. So what's the next plans for Chris Coakley?
That's to be determined right now. Right now, I'm just enjoying the summer with my family.
He's a dad, too. He's got a little girl at home that he missed tremendously. If you go to his social media page, it's him and his daughter. He also has a wife, too, there, buddy.
Yeah, just, spending time with my family, just catching up with them. I've been gone, obviously. But, that's to be determined. I'll probably start figuring that out about end of the month or next month or so.
Nice. So, UAB, graduate degree and everything?
Yes, sir. Graduated 4-year degree, communications degree. So that's always good.
You got to start getting on the radio or something here, buddy.
I know. I'll start soon. That's really what I went to college for. That's what I wanted to do whenever basketball stops for me. That's another thing that I would like to have in my pocket.
Yeah, well, you're pursuing that basketball dream, which is great. And other than that, I mean, back home in Savannah, how's it feel like being back home in Savannah? School's over. You don't have to go out to Alabama anymore or traveling just to be home for a little while. What does it feel like?
Just to relax. It feels great. The heat is kicking everybody behind. But other than that, it just feels great.
You got to be used to the heat.
Yeah, I know. I was being in that room, seeing everybody talk about it, and then coming back and actually being here, it's like I kind of forgot about the heat a little bit, but I'm getting back used to it.
So, if we have young fans watching here, Savannah High, University of Alabama, Birmingham, D-League in the NBA, traveling overseas to play professional basketball. What advice would you give to these kids about academics and athletics?
Just put your academics first. Basketball will take care of itself. Obviously, you got to work hard and put the extra time in if you want to be good. But you can also get a scholarship off your academics as well. You can go to that same school that you wish to go to for athletics. You can go to that very same school off academics. So always put your academics first, and you'll be successful either way.
Yeah, well, that's what a lot of our younger athletes have to realize when they get into ninth grade. Oh, I don't have to worry about it. But you've gone the whole route. I mean, you get behind, it's tough to catch up.
Oh yeah, that's it. Especially in college. If you get behind in your work in college, then it's definitely going to be tough to catch up because you already have numerous of practices, tutors. Your day is pretty much busy from the time you wake up until the time you go to bed. So just always try to be ahead of your schoolwork.
And that's another question, okay? Because in high school, I mean, you had a good time. Coach Jordan, your teammates. When you get to college, it's a different story, isn't it?
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, you're still gonna have a good time, but you're gonna have a good time, and also your work is gonna be done. Like you're gonna have tutors and everything of that to make sure that your work is done and complete and right. And you get good grades. But the moment you slack off, then all that fun slowly but surely goes down the drain.
Yeah, you hear coaches tell you now, high school, no responsibility. You don't have to worry about money. You don't have to worry. Well, you do have to worry about your grades, but when you get to college, it's like a job sometimes, isn't it?
Yeah, it's almost like it's preparing you for the real world every single day. From freshman year to sophomore year, all the way up to your senior year, you're gonna have numerous of different obstacles that you learn on your own that you go through to prepare you for the real world.
And how did you work with that? I know I jumped a little soon, but perfect segue. Time management. That's the biggest thing when you get to the college, and then of course, then you have so much time when you get to the NBA or you work playing in their developmental leagues, right?
Yeah, when you get to pros, it's pretty much you, but you have to take all those things that you learn in school, all those habits you picked up, obviously the good, and just take that into your everyday life and let that guide you as you begin adulthood on your own.
Well, you're talking from a guy that's been at every level now, trying to get back on the professional level again. He's got things in the works. We don't know exactly where it's at yet, but he'll let us know. So my next question to you is, if someone wanted to donate to the Chris Coakley Foundation to help with cancer, is there a spot that we can go to? Can we go to Wiley's Barbecue? You got your own little foundation site set up yet?
We're going to get a foundation site set up, but definitely if you want to donate, go down to Wiley's Barbecue. Nate Schaefer will be there. Myself sometimes be there, but if you want to donate, I'm definitely going to get a website going and get a link going, and you can go to my social media and I'll post a link there.
You're looking forward to give back to these younger kids now that you got some free time to hang around, go back to the high and see Coach Jordan in the game?
Oh yeah, definitely. Of course, every time I'm in town, I gotta make sure I go down to see Coach Jordan. But look, hopefully I'll be soon to plan a camp. That'll be in the works, so I'm gonna start thinking about that and see where we go at that.
You just heard it, so look for the Chris Coakley Foundation basketball camp. He's giving back to the youth of Savannah. That should be a lot of fun, and I will have it posted on the Karl DeMasi Sports Report Facebook page. I'll have it on the Prep Sports Report Facebook page. Let's give back to a good cause, and you're going to learn from a guy that's been there. So to get better, learn from one of the best that has come through here, Savannah, Georgia. So we're up for a break, but once again, we're live at the Coaches for Curing Cancer 5K, 10K run. The Karl DeMasi Sports Report, the Chris Coakley Foundation, combining together for childhood cancer and adult cancer. Just check it out. If you want to make a donation, you could also make a donation still to SavannahRaces.com. Go to the Coach for Curing Cancer logo. It's a lanyard with a whistle and has all specific, and it's a donation button, and we'll make sure it gets to the foundation. So once again, pleasure doing this with you, sir.
Yes, sir.
Always a lot of fun.
Time.
Best of luck.
Thank you.
Go have some fun with that wife and that little girl of yours, because she's missing you.
Oh yeah, I know they both are.
So once again, live from the Coach's Corner. Live on the Coach's Corner Sports Network. It's Coach Karl DeMasi with the Karl DeMasi Sports Report. We'll be back in 3 minutes because we got to thank our sponsors. So let me get to the right button here. Too many buttons. See,
Yeah.
you probably know about this communication stuff more than I do. We'll be right back.
time, that's Coach's Corner and Thunderbolt. Coach's Corner has been voted the best in Savannah for 20 years running, and it's no wonder why. Sports, live music, delicious and generous portions of pub food, all for our fans. No matter what the season, there's always a reason to check out Coach's Corner. It's always game time at Coach's Corner. Pick your favorite sport, pick your favorite team, and pick a TV, and Coach's Corner is your place. Coach's Corner is always open for lunch, dinner, and now breakfast, Monday through Friday from 6 a.m. to 10:30. But remember, Coach's Corner still has takeout service. John Harrison and Coach's Corner crew has smoked Boston butts, ribs, and chicken on the grill. You can place your order by calling Coach's Corner at 912-352-2933. That's 912-352-2933. As always, make it a night to remember at Coach's Corner.
At Calvary Day School, we want our students to be fully equipped and on the cutting edge of academics, making a difference in our world. Your child will grow academically, physically, socially, and spiritually. At Calvary, it is so good to say we are one school with one mission and one vision: faith, academics, excellence, and building champions through Christ. Calvary Day School would consider it a privilege to meet with your family personally. Call Philip Lee, Director of Admissions, at 351-2299. That's 351-2299.
For over half a century, it comes in uniforms, sporting goods, or trophies, Thompson's got you covered. From cleats to caps and the best prices on the biggest brands, Under Armour, Adidas, and more. Baseball, soccer, volleyball, softball, and yes, football too. Every season starts at Thompson Sports Shop. So come get equipped at Thompson Sports Shop's new location, 6606 Abercorn Street.
And welcome back to the Karl DeMasi Sports Report. Every Saturday, live on the internets now. Facebook Live, Karl DeMasi Sports Report. Coach's Corner, Facebook Live. Twitter, okay, KD Sports Report. And YouTube, the Karl DeMasi Sports Report channel. Okay, and once again, it's all part of the Coach's Corner Sports Network. Usually every Saturday, or most of the time, in the Sound Garden at Coach's Corner, where this all started due to COVID-19. And, of course, I got to say yo to my man, the AD, because it used to be the coach AD, but Chad Griffin listening in from way up there in the Atlanta Avenue. So a little benefit other than being on the radio. But once again, it's a lot of fun. Got to thank John Henderson and Dell Henderson for letting me be part of the Coach's Corner Sports Network. All right, favorite part of the show. I've been saying this for 11 years now. I've been on the radio or the internet. I've been doing a prep sports report for 20 years. But when the kids do something special, you got to talk about it. You got to talk about it. I mean, watching this young lady grow, I think she was 10 years old or 11 years old, which was only 4 years ago. She won like 10 events at a swim meet. She'll correct me if I'm wrong. This year at the Georgia Independent Schools Association, she took the 50-yard freestyle in 23 seconds. She won the 100 butterfly in 55.48 seconds. She also won the 100 backstroke with a time of 56.03, setting Georgia Independent School state records for St. Andrews School. That's what she attends. Her sister Grace was an excellent swimmer too. I mean, she clocked the time to qualify for the 2020 U.S. Olympic swim team trials, but of course they were canceled. So she had to wait a year. She finally got out there. She went out there this year, 2 weeks ago. She finished 5th in the heat, but 28th overall. But, still 15 years old, going to your U.S. Olympic trials is something special. Joining me now on the Coach's Corner Sports Network hot seat, none other than St. Andrews rising junior now, okay? GCAT swimmer, a lot of records with GCAT. She's got to explain to me what short course and long course is. Of course, St. Andrews, Georgia Independent Schools Association medalist, gold medalist, and now Olympic trial participant from St. Andrews School, Gabby Van Brunt. Gabby, thanks for coming on.
Hi, how are you?
Hey, you know what? It's been a long morning, but you know what? We did a race for curing childhood cancer and cancer. I'm out here doing the show in front of the store. Everybody's gone. I'm just sitting out here in front. But you know what? It's a lot of fun because we're talking sports and we're talking about good kids and what they've accomplished like you. So once again, congratulations on making the Olympic trials, but congratulations on all these awards you've been getting throughout your swimming career.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Hey, you deserve the recognition. Yeah, I mean, you've done a great job. I remember when you were that 10-year-old in the swimming pool over at the Aquatic Center, just breaking records and records. But first, before I ask you when you started swimming the pool, I've read a lot about, you and your bio, all the information. What's the difference between a short course and now you're at the long course? I didn't understand that concept.
Okay, so short course is 25 yards. That's the distance you have to swim. And long course
Okay.
is 50 meters. So,
Which is back and forth?
50 meters just in a straight path, and that's what you see at the Olympics. And then
I
short
got you
course is more like college swimming.
Okay, I understand now what it's all about. So, you've been treading water for a long time, and, you swim for the GCATs. You probably swam for your local pool during the summer. When did this all start for you?
I actually started swimming when I was 5.
5 years old.
Yes, sir.
So they threw you in the water and said, start swimming?
Well, that's when I started swimming on like a team. I started swimming summer league when I was 5. But me actually starting swimming with like a life jacket, just getting thrown into the pool, was around like 2 or 3.
Well, you've done such a great job. And I mean, like I said, 3 different strokes for the Georgia Independent State Association titles. Tell us about the different strokes and which one you feel, or which one do you like the best, and which one do you think is your best stroke?
Personally, I like backstroke the best just because it's been something new for me and I've been starting to get better at it. But I think my best stroke would be butterfly just because that's what I did make it to Olympic trials in. So I don't know. I'm just trying new things right now.
All right. So for the novice, people don't know what Gabby's talking about. Freestyle is just straight swimming down the lane and coming back, whether it's short course or long course. Okay, butterfly, you look like a frog, don't you?
Yes, there's something like that.
It doesn't look like a butterfly to me. So, but anyway, you got this crazy kick motion, and then backstroke, you're on your back and you're swimming backwards. So different strokes for different races, and then of course you could do a medley and do all of them. I don't know how swimmers do that. That's pretty interesting too. But being a young swimmer, and you said you started swimming at 5 years old. What is your life like? Is it just practice school? What is a young swimmer's life like?
Well, I don't know. I think me and my family have found a good balance between it. So I do have to sacrifice some hanging out with my friends or whatever to make it to practice. And I will have to sacrifice practice to help with school events or do something for my school. But pretty much it's just school and practice. And then on the weekends, it's with my friends.
Yeah, you got to have time management to do all that. So,
oh, for sure.
It's pretty interesting. So, all right. So, you're an unbelievable swimmer. You're young still. Your times are going down. Is there a certain routine that you use that makes you a better swimmer? And a lot of people don't know that it's not just in the water. You also got some land training too, right?
Yeah. So my team does dry land, and that's where we all will work out outside the water. We do that 3-4 times a week. And then me and one of my other friends, we go and we do this workout program. And it's just helping us get stronger, doing new things with that. And I don't know, I like it. It's just different from being in the pool all the time.
And of course, when you got a guy like Bill Forrester, who is a former Olympian in the GCATs, right?
Yes, sir.
How special is that when you have someone with that much experience helping you do that routine, whether it's in the water or on land?
I feel for like me and most people on our team, we don't even think about how big of a deal it is. Like, it's crazy that he accomplished that and so much. And it's crazy that he is our coach and how we have this experience to learn from him, who was 3rd at the Olympics. It's just an insane concept.
It's got to be exciting. I mean, you're learning from one of the best in the area. So, I mean, it's got to be special. So you qualified for the U.S. Olympic trials at 13, right?
Yes, sir.
And you had to wait 2 years to get there. When the time finally got there last week, what were your thoughts? What were your feelings?
Well, I expected to go into it being really nervous. And so on the plane ride there, like getting to the hotel, I was intimidated, like seeing all the other swimmers. But once I started to swim, I was just really excited. just this new experience. Like you see your face up on this jumbotron and you're just like, wow, this is definitely an insane experience.
You got a lot of time to get back there too, so it's not like it's not going to happen again. Now, I mean, do you think waiting helped you or hurt you?
I think mentally it made me a lot stronger and a lot more confident. While physically, we didn't get as much pool time as we had in the past. We were probably swimming like a third about what we were swimming before. So I feel like if I went into it with a little bit more training and having to be able to practice long course, I would have done a bit better, but I'm happy with the outcome. So it all worked out in the end.
You gain experience. You can't throw experience away. Experience is the best teacher. And so you just touched on something right there. I mean, I'm not a swimmer, and I don't know what it's like with you guys, with the athletes that are swimmers. How did COVID-19 affect your training then?
So we had to go practice in one of our secondary locations. And instead of it being like we get 8 lanes to practice, we only got 4. And so we were managing to fit our whole team into this 4-lane pool at different times, of course. But we only had an hour and a half compared to the 2-hour practices, along with doubles that we would have to do. So practicing twice a day. Right. So it just wasn't the same. There was not a lot of motivation for me to work hard in these practices just because there was no goal, like no meets were being set up. It was tough, but I think I came out a lot stronger mentally, at least.
Yeah, I mean, it works. And if you're just tuning in and you're watching and you're listening, it's the Karl DeMasi Sports Report on the Coach's Corner Sports Network. I'm live at the How To Run Specialty Store at the shops at 204. I just got done wrapping up the Coaches for Curing Cancer 5K, 10K charity event. We had over 100 runners, and once again, a lot of people like doing it. It's all part of course, the Coach's Corner Sports Network. I'm talking to the Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic Athlete of the Week from St. Andrews Schools, from GCATS, Olympic trial participant Gabby Van Brunt, only 15, rising junior. So I had this question for you. Before you got in the pool and you got into your heat, what was the last thing your coach said to you?
So he was talking to me if I had a strategy going into it. I told him how I was feeling about it, just to go out strong and see how hard I can come back. He liked the idea, so he just gave me a few minor adjustments. And right before I left, he said, just remember to go out there and have fun. And that's exactly what I did.
Yeah. You got to have fun. You got to love what you're doing. And that's some great advice. I try to tell my athletes when I'm just coaching basketball, just go out and have fun. Don't worry about me. Don't worry about what I'm telling you. Well, worry about what I'm telling you, but don't worry about, that you're going to get pulled out if you make a mistake. Just go have fun and let the game, let the activity take its course. All right. So Olympic trials, GCATs, a lot of medals, Georgia Independent State Association medals. What's been your most memorable moment up to this point in your swimming career?
I think just getting my Olympic trials cut, just because I was at a championship swim meet, and in my head, I really just wanted to win and prove to myself that I would be able to do it. And so that's what I did. And getting the Olympic trials cut along with it was insane. Like, I just remember finishing, looking up at the board, seeing my time, looking over at my team, and they're all so excited for me. And just hopping out, everyone rushing me, good job, good job. It was nice. Really an insane moment.
Now, this is what I've always had this question, because I never swam competitively. Believe it or not, my best stroke was my backstroke, okay, because going forwards, I was like a turtle. But anyway, can you hear anything while you're swimming? I mean, you got the cap on, cuts the water, treads the water. Can you hear your coaches? Can you hear your teammates when you're in the water?
I think it definitely depends on the stroke, but most of the time I can hear my coach. I can hear Coach Bill whistling for me to pick it up a little bit. So
okay,
yeah, most of the time.
That's good to know. So the whistle is the key for Coach Forrester. That's cool. All right. So you do high school swim team with St. Andrews, Georgia Independent Schools Association. You do the GCATs. You go to the Olympic trials. Tell us the difference between the school swim team and the out of school, the traveling swim team. Is there a big difference?
I think my traveling team, we're just more of a family because I've grown up with them. They've been my best friends for 10 years now. And then with my school team, it's like I'm friends with everybody. We're all really good friends, but it's not the same experience because we only have a couple months together. And to balance school and swimming, I'm just not able to make it to my school practices. And so it's definitely a different experience.
Definitely. So tell us about going to St. Andrews. Tell us what it's like being a St. Andrews Lion.
I think it's great. The people there, I love them. I've grown up with them too. Been there since like kindergarten. So it's just very welcoming and open to everybody, I would say. And
all right.
I don't know. The people there are just super nice. I love all my teachers, and I don't think I would be going anywhere else.
I know that's a curveball. That wasn't on the list that I sent you. I got another one for you. What was Grace's best stroke?
Backstroke.
So
yeah,
you're doing the backstroke now. She's doing the backstroke. We put you in a pool. Who's going to win that backstroke heat?
I would say just because, well, she's been out of the water. She kind of came to an end with swimming. So I would probably win right now.
I would go.
I've been training,
right,
so.
Just a little sibling rivalry there. That's just why I had asked that. So, I mean, coming down to the end of the interview, any contacts with colleges? Anybody allowed to talk to you about it? Any kind of feeling about colleges and swimming in college?
So they're not actually allowed to contact me until June 15th. And I don't know, I'm so excited for that time to come. Like I've been filling out questionnaires and getting ready to send those in. But yeah, so they're not actually allowed to get in touch with me yet.
All right, I'm not going to put you on the spot and ask you which one you're looking forward to because you never know. Somebody might be recruiting you. They hear that. They won't. Yeah, so they won't understand that. So you have two years left in high school. Your junior, senior year. What's the summer look like for you, and what's the school year look like for you?
I think it's pretty much going to be training. I don't think school's going to be that tough for me because I'm a pretty good student. So I'm just looking forward to being able to go to more swim meets. And my teachers are always so nice about me having to take time off of school to go to swim meets, and they're also encouraging. So I'm really excited to see what comes.
Yeah, that's always been my philosophy. Find a great athlete. The athlete has to go somewhere and do things. The school needs to make some sort of, concession for what you're doing and how what you want to do in your future. But there's one group that I want you to really tell us. How has your family helped you with your success?
Oh, incredible. Over the top. Like my parents both swam throughout college as well. My sister swam, of course. And I don't know, they've been so flexible with getting me to practice. They've been my number one supporters, and they're always encouraging me. If I have a bad race, they're going to say I had the best job ever. Like, they're just such supportive fans. Like, I don't know how to phrase that, but I guess like fans. But it's really just great to be able to come home and, like, if I am frustrated, my parents know what it's like. My sister knows what it's like. So they're not going to be upset with me. They're going to just say, you try harder. That's the best you can do. So that it's really great just coming from a family of swimmers and knowing. Yeah.
Yeah. You can't do it without your
sure.
family, your sister, your parents, for sure. They swam in college? What colleges?
West Virginia. They both went there.
Nice.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Little too cold for me, but you never know. It might wind up in your blood too. But anyway, once again, congratulations. Great job. I can't wait to see what the next 2 years bring for you. I hope, the Olympics are in your future. Just keep working hard, and once again, thanks for coming on. I really do appreciate it. And a lot of people are following what you're doing. So you're making a lot of people proud.
Thank you so much.
And I know I got to say, go G-Cats and go Lions, right?
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
For sure. Thanks, Gabby. Congratulations. And I'll be keeping in touch with you. And I can't wait to see that signing day. I'll definitely be there for that.
Thank you so much. Have a good one.
Take care. Have a good summer.
Thank you.
I mean, what can you say? I mean, Olympic trials at 15. She qualified at 13. Numerous records, numerous medals. I mean, I can go on. I mean, I could probably write a 10-page list of all the medals that young girl has. Gabby Van Brunt, St. Andrews School, rising junior, but G-Cats, Olympic trial participant. Just a great job. And that's what it's about here in Savannah, Georgia. Hey, sports fans. I hope you enjoyed the best of the Karl DeMasi Sports Report for July 17th, 2021. It's over a year ago. Holden Geriner from Benedictine, Cooper George from Savannah Christian, Chris Copley, Savannah High UAB, going to play a little ball in Europe, and of course, Abby Van Brunt from St. Andrews for being a guest on my show. Like I say every week, whatever you're doing today or tomorrow, always hit it at the park. And until next week, when I talk to you again, I'll be back live in the Sound Garden on the Coach's Corner Sports Network. May it be your best week ever.